Okay, first off, thank you to the Backyard Bistro for all your lunch. NFL staff told me they were going to pay for it, but came around and found out that actually we have to thank Backyard Bistro for lunch today. And then I guess the other announcement Annabelle told me I had to make is that the kickoff is 7:03, not 7:30 as it is on most scheduled cars. So the official kickoff time is 7:03 for Thursday night. I guess they have another game televised later that evening, so we moved up. With that, go ahead, fire away.
Coach, could you talk about, I see Tony Baker at the top of the depth chart and RJ as well. Can you talk about the job they've done and how they've gotten there?
Well, any position on a depth chart was certainly a position that was won through spring practice and summer camp. You know, that's what we have to go on. And the depth chart reflects those efforts of those individuals that have done the best job through those practice times and those scrimmage times that we have. So, you know, right now it's how we're going to start the season. It may not be the way we end up, but, you know, certainly they've won the right to be in the starting lineup right now, and so that's where we're going, and they'll start the game.
In the off-season, you talked a lot about if we can get Tony and Jamel back and healthy. Do you feel like you've got them at that level, or are they back to 2-3 years ago?
No, I think they're both, I don't know if Tony, we won't know until he gets in the football game. He's certainly a lot better than he was in spring practice, and certainly did a great job in preseason and scrimmage times, and the opportunity to carry the ball, catch the ball, do his let's pick up things and pass protection, those type of things. You know, Jamel's come back off his shoulder surgery and has worked his way back in, and I think he'll be as effective as he always has. So it's a good position to be in to have two backs of that caliber, and they'll share time. You know, I don't know if you say there's a starter, if there's a backup, because, you know, they're the same.
Tom, after what Tony's been through in the last 2 years, what does it mean to you as a coach to see him come back and get to the top of the depth chart?
Well, I think it speaks a lot to the team in that, you know, they know the hard work and dedication he did, and the tremendous job that our training staff did with him. You know, he spent a lot of extra time in the training room, spent a lot of time in the strength and conditioning area to get himself back into this position so that, you know, no injury you can't come back from, and, you know, he's done a great job to get himself in this position. So, you know, hopefully anybody on our team that's injured know that if they do what they're supposed to do in the training room, do what they do in the strength and train area, they'll be able to get themselves back on the football field.
Coach saw DeAndre was listed behind C.J. Wilson corner. Is that an injury or just the C.J. play
Same
better?
thing as I just said about the other two guys.
How comfortable or concerned are you with your secondary going into this game?
Well, I think we're very athletic, and, you know, that's what you want to be. We're lacking is experience. The only thing you do is get in a football game and play. So, you know, we're going to find out on Thursday night what their experience level is. You know, they're talented, as I said, and, you know, they're going to play hard. That's all we can ask them right now.
Coach.
In the last few weeks, you've lost some players in the secondary, and obviously lost a key ingredient with linebacker, who was confirmed with Nate. And you have so much experience on the D-line, though. In watching the scrimmages the last couple of weeks, has it kind of worked out that way where the expectation should be higher for the D-line than the back seven, or no?
Well, certainly because they have experience, they've played in games. You know, you're still an unknown factor. On some of these kids that they've never played in a football game, it's their opportunity. You know, once again, they've worked hard to get in the position they're in. They've practiced well. They've done it on the practice field. They've done it in scrimmage situations. Now we'll see if they do it when the lights turn on Thursday night.
Coach, coming into the fall, punter was a concern for you. Can you talk about how that's shaped up? And I see that Ruiz looks like he'll be the guy that does it for you.
Well, it's the same answer. You know, there's competition. The guy that is listed number one right now won the job through his performance during practice and during scrimmage opportunities. So, you know, Jeff was much more consistent and, you know, has earned the right to kick the ball on Thursday night.
made it clear that Mike will get in this game. Is there a set game plan, or is that entirely determined by how the game's unfolding?
No, we'll figure it out as the week goes on. Generally, what I've done in the past is somewhere in the second quarter, he'll go in, whether it's, a set number of series or a field thing, but he'll definitely play in meaningful situations somewhere in the second quarter.
Who's your third tight end right now?
Asa Watson.
Tom, with Baker and Eugene both at running back, how will you use the two of them in the game? Do you think it's
Similar to what we did with Andre and Eugene last year, and similar to what we've done in previous years. Be either by series or by situations.
by series or
Or
situations?
situations.
Can you talk about the opportunity to play on Thursday night, how, especially with the season opener and having it in your hometown where you presume they'll highlight some of the stuff that's going on in Raleigh, what can be for a program?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for us to play the first game of the year on national TV. That's why you schedule a game like this. It certainly has energized the Wolfpack Nation. Not that you really have to do that, but it's certainly taken them to a new level. And it's the buzz around town right now, and the opportunity to be on television and know that you're the first game that everybody's going to be watching is a special treat for the players. They look forward to this opportunity to get out there. It will certainly be an indication of where we are with our program playing against a great team like South Carolina. So it'll be a good test for us, and certainly we look forward to kickoff at 7:03 on Thursday night.
Does the half-hour difference make any difference?
No, it's half an hour less wait for me.
In a similar vein to what he was talking about, there's kind of a circus surrounding Erin Andrews returning, and like Inside Edition will be there. Are your players aware of that? No? Inside Edition won't be there? Are your players aware of that?
I didn't even know she was coming, so.
Tom, how different do you feel?
I don't think she likes the game, but
She may play linebacker.
Be a distraction. No, how different do you feel going into this game this year as opposed to last year?
But, we talked earlier, we got a couple questions in a couple different spots, but we certainly don't have questions in key spots. That is quarterback and the offensive line, on the offensive side of the football, and up front on defense. And those are things where we've won football games. We've won it because we've been good up front, and we've had good quarterback play. And so, in that part, we're a lot more experienced than we were at this point a year ago.
In other words, it's kind of easier to mask some of the question marks this year than it was last year.
I don't know if you can mask it, because I think everybody knows, who and what you are, but, certainly when you have the guys that touch the ball every snap, never played in the game and had to do it on the road, and spent most of the first quarter looking at the crowd and playing football, I don't think that'll be the case on Thursday night.
When you look at Garcia on film, what are some things that stick out to you?
Well, we had recruited him, so we had had him and looked at him in high school. When we were at BC, his brother had gone to Harvard. And, he's very athletic, strong arm, can pull the ball down and run with it. So, he can do a lot of different things with the football. So you got to be alert for him. You got to, contain him, keep him in the pocket, not let him out of the pocket. Be aware that he's just as liable to pull it down as he is to throw it 60 yards down the field.